Hello and welcome to another episode of Ladies Talking Business. I'm your host, Moremi Akano. On today's episode, we will be talking about a stay-at-home mom's guide to starting a home-based business with our guest, Padebi Ojomo. Padebi is a John Maxwell certified leadership coach, a trainer, speaker, a certified DISC behavioral analysis consultant, a serial entrepreneur, and a Facebook certified digital marketing associate. She is the founder of the Social Media School and the co-founder of ARV Digital Marketing and Leadership Development Agency in Lagos, Nigeria. She is a mentor at the Tony Elumelu Foundation, and her goal is to support 1,000 businesses in building a loyal community of lifelong buyers. Thank you for joining us on the show today, Padebi.
It's a pleasure, Moremi.
Great. So we're talking about stay-at-home moms on this episode. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, for example. How can I identify a viable business to go into?
First, I would say identify a few things that you are already skilled at or things that you're really passionate about.
Okay.
Because it's crucial in growing a home-based business for you to be first very passionate about what it is you're doing, because it could get really overwhelming. Just as every traditional business, so I think for me that's like the first thing you need to do.
So I need to first identify what interests me.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, probably just get a sheet of paper and brain dump everything you like doing. I like singing, I like dancing, I like cooking, I like teaching. I could change diapers, for example. Like, totally I'm obsessed with taking care of babies. Write out everything. Don't negate any one of them, no matter how small. So once you're done with that brain dump, that's like the first step. The second step would be to identify the things that you really, really enjoy and the things that people can actually pay you to do, because you could sing and dance, but hey, no one's going to pay you to.
Well,
to sing.
People now pay to.
Oh, well, not when you are.
But not as much as,
Yeah, so you want to now start striking off all the ones that you feel isn't immediately relevant. Then narrow down to maybe 5 or 6 that people could definitely pay you, and then you could do from home. For some persons, maybe taking care of babies, you could start a home-based business as a crash. It may just be for people in your estate, or people in your street, people in your community. It doesn't necessarily have to be for like the whole local government to start with. For some other person, maybe I speak the French language and I could teach other people the French language. So once you've narrowed down to that list, that's like the second other step you need to.
Oh, I thought it was a third one.
Okay, the third one, of course, will be now, telling people that you do, this is what I do, this is what I can do and stuff. Yeah, that's like step 3.
Amazing. So what do I need to put in place before starting the business? So let's say I've identified, baking or starting a creche or something. So, but what are the things that I need to put in place before I can start that business?
Okay, so I would say first test it to see if it's viable by telling family and friends. These days with a tool like WhatsApp, I think it's really amazing. All you need to do is just whip up a quick note and put it on your WhatsApp status and tell people, and the word will go around. If you have like a WhatsApp group for, say, maybe the association in your estate or your landlord association or something, you can put it there as well, and then see how people respond to you doing this without any marketing, without you spending money on advertisement and stuff. So now, after you've seen that, this is looking good, I'm getting some inquiries, maybe I'm already making some money, then you can now say, I want to register the business, open an Instagram page, what name do I choose and stuff, because I've realized that there are many business people run today that are not profitable. So the first thing I want us to focus on is, are we sure people can actually pay for this? Are we sure that people can trust us enough to give us their babies?
Yeah.
So once you pass that, I call that stage the proof of concept stage. Once you've proven that the concept works, then it's time to scale. Then go Facebook page, Instagram page. Now you cannot get a graphic designer. I want to do a logo. I want to run ads. I want to do all of those. Yeah, but that is after you've established that. You've got to at least your first 5 paying customers.
Yeah, but so is it okay to say the safest people to start with are your family and friends?
Yes, family, friends, neighbors, community, people that already know you. There's no way you start a business and people that don't know you just give you your money first anyways. It has to be people that I already know Moremi, and I kind of know she's pretty decent at this. I've seen her done this before herself and for her kids, and I'm sure she can extend the exact same service to me or to my children. So yeah, it's safer to start with people and then intentionally pick up feedback from them to market to get the bigger people on the outside.
Amazing, Padebi. Okay, so I know the main conversation is the guide now. So can you walk us through like the guide that you have, that you've worked with, that you would teach anybody to work with?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about my story, how I started.
Okay.
When I started that, I remember I was on a couch in my living room. I think I was in my pajamas or something, and I was in this WhatsApp group, and I told them I could teach people how to do email marketing. And people were like, okay, and they said how much, and I said 15,000, and I got 10 people to pay within 1 hour, and I was like, oh my goodness. That was like the quickest 150K I've made in my entire full adult life. In 1 hour, I had 150K in my account. And sincerely, then I didn't even know so much about email marketing. I knew just maybe like an introductory. I don't think I was even intermediate yet. Introductory knowledge. I didn't know so much. And that's one thing I need viewers to understand, that you don't need to have built mastery when it comes to teaching. Good, because there's a service part, which is I can design your graphic, I can help you maybe vacuum your rug in your living room and stuff. But there's also the part of I can teach. You may be able to cook basic jollof rice, and jollof rice may not be like party standard smoky jollof rice, but you can teach someone that basic one that you know. So in terms of teaching, you don't need to have built mastery. Intermediate, you just need to be 2 steps ahead of the other person. Once you're 2 steps ahead, you can teach them that 2 steps ahead. That is good enough. So I did go ahead to teach people MailChimp, how to set up the accounts, how to send their first emails, and they were really excited. I'm like, oh my, okay, this is viable. I could do this. So I kept rinsing and repeating. So first, you need to at least know I know how to do this. You don't need to be a master at it. Basic, really basic knowledge, but you also want to understand that you can't just stay with the basic knowledge. At the point where you start making some money, you want to intentionally that, okay, I need to now invest I need to upskill, I need to reskill. Because if you want to stay with that basic skill set, then you'll be thrown out of business in no time.
Yeah. In fact, the person you've tutored would even
exactly. And I see this happening a lot. People just create a WhatsApp group on how to do this. They just push their materials. The following week, 5 people in that WhatsApp group want to do their own courses on how to do that. So you need to evolve, and you need to evolve really fast so that you are on top of your game. Now, if you see, and that exact same thing that happens, where I realize that, okay, teaching people marketing. I've been marketing for a while with my business, and I'm teaching people how to do it. I realized that, okay, I could turn this into a career. I could actually, get certified, learn Google, Facebook, and that's exactly what I did. I went back to school. I have a diploma in digital marketing. I'm Facebook certified, Google certified. So I didn't just sit down there just watching YouTube videos to teach people. That's how I started.
So you're trying to say that, because some people tell you, oh, self-taught, or I just learned it online and all. But so is there a place for like a certificate, like a no-name certificate in all of this? So like you said, you had to go to Google, you had to go to Facebook. If anything, you can present the certificate today to say, oh, I'm Google certified, I'm Facebook certified, as against, oh, I just watched some videos at home certified.
Of course, there's a place for certification, but it then depends on the kind of career you're trying to pursue.
Okay.
And if it's actually a career for you, just a get-rich-quick scheme, because for some people, they just want an extra like 200K on the side. If you want to do this as a career, you want to become an expert, a thought leader, you want to become the go-to resource person in that niche market, then you need to be certified. Then you need to go back to school. Then you need to invest in yourself. You need to learn and learn and learn, because especially with a place like digital marketing, it is constantly evolving. It's evolving really fast.
Yeah.
Last year, there was no Reels. 3 months ago, there was no IGDM automation. Yeah. Facebook is introducing audio and video rooms just like Clubhouse. So you need to constantly evolve constantly learn to see if it's not something you enjoy. And it goes back to what I said initially. If it's not something you enjoy, then you'll be like, oh, please. It will constantly be a struggle. So if it's something you enjoy, then it will be a total seamless transition.
Okay, Padebi, we'll get back on your story right after the break. We will be back for more conversations with our guests after the break. I'm still here with our guest, Padebi Ojomo, founder of the Social Media School. Okay, Padebi, so we're talking about your experience. So let's continue from where we stopped. We were talking about certification and how you had to go get Google and Facebook certification.
Yes, I did mention that if you want to pursue that business you started at home, you want to into a huge career. You don't want to just be another business that's just on the side and just give me like an extra 100, 200K. You want to grow it into a full-fledged business. You want to become a thought leader. You want to become that person that is the go-to resource person in your niche. Then you can't settle for just free knowledge that you seek on YouTube or reading other people's email or jumping on free webinars, you need to actually go to learn exactly how to do it and how to do it right. For some persons, I'm a consultant, for example. It took me about 3 years to get here, a digital marketer. If I'd just been watching YouTube videos and jumping on free webinars, I wouldn't have built that thought leadership into being a consultant. So it takes a bit of investment of time and, of course, some money as well to actually build that. But it's totally up to you. Like, there is absolutely no urgency. It's not like it's compulsory, no. It's totally optional.
Okay. So at that point where you've gone for extra certification, what else would you advise in terms of running the stay-at-home business?
Then I also put structure in your business. Running a business from home could be very time-consuming. Oh my goodness!
Which is leading to my next question as to how to manage, being a mom and a stay-at-home mom and also running a business. How would you juggle?
It's really time-consuming, and it also is capital intensive. Of course, I can't even compare it with the capital spend to run a traditional business, but data spend is really huge.
Yes.
So you need to understand that you will, and data providers will frustrate your entire full life. That's a given. So that will definitely happen.
Like I have four.
I have four. I have sweeps. I have Etisalat. I have.
So you just have so many.
I have 4 different network providers that I use, because you can't afford to be hopping on a call with a client and say, sorry, my internet is bad. It's an internet-based business. So that is if you are going internet business routes. Good. So structure will also mean identifying the days you want to work. You can't work every day. Especially if you're a mom. Oh yeah, there are some days, okay, this day I'm dedicating this to cooking and prep, doing housework and stuff. There are some days, okay, I want to just sit and prepare content. So structure in your business will mean, okay, do I want to work Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays and then take Thursday and Friday off? Or do I want to work just Monday, Wednesday, Fridays? For example, I work Tuesdays and Thursdays only, and the other days are kind of very flexible. Okay. And it's very intentional. You also bear in mind that you will need to sort out the accounting part of your business to be sure exactly where your money is coming in from and where your biggest outflow also is. I always advise people to, as much as they can, reduce expenses in your business. While it's really important to invest in lots of tools and lots of equipment to make your business seamless and easy, you also want to make sure that as much as you can, you want to reduce the spend. Especially because most of the tools we use to run this business are not in Naira. Most of them are in foreign currency.
Yes.
And then we know how crazy the new conversion rate is. So you want to make sure that as much as you can. For example, one thing I do, for example, if I can find a tool that will pay for lifetime instead of paying per month, I do that a lot, especially for softwares and for. So my email marketing tool I use right now, for example, I paid lifetime. So with that, I don't have to pay every month. And trust me, it makes a whole world of difference in my finances. My calendar tool as well is also lifetime. And there are some tools you definitely pay lifetime for, but you want to just intentionally know that, okay, the business can pay for this, not your money that they give you to buy food in the house. Not get out of that one to pay for these tools. Because at the end of the day, if you keep doing that, what will happen? You'll be frustrated. You keep telling yourself, okay, I'm making the money, I'm not knowing where the money is going to, because it could be really, really expensive to run. But if you intentionally keep records of, okay, I'm paying for this service, this is the amount. I actually have a paper and a pen I wrote, and I stick it in front of me, so I know when this payment is due every month. I know the cost.
I know you and stick notes. I know you have stick notes.
It's an obsession. It's a total obsession, because I do not want a situation whereby I have to renew a subscription, for example, and I don't have the money, and then I'll suspend my service, and I need it all to work. It shows a high level of unprofessionalism. So yeah.
So structure. Yeah. Basically, and that structure would help you to prepare
and plan, and then have a team.
So how can you have a team? I'm just a stay-at-home mom.
Oh well, if you have evolved to where you are not just another stay-at-home mom just trying to hustle,
make ends meet.
You are building this into business, then you will know you can't do everything by yourself. You also will know, okay, how many customers do I want to work with? What's my income goal? Do I want to charge in Naira or in dollars? So based on all of those, you now decide, okay, which one of this work I have on my table can I outsource to other people? Now, what I did, and I'm going to be very upfront with you, is I groomed every 18-month cycle. I groom about 5 persons. I train them. They intern with me. I train them. After training them, I put the best 2 or 3. I add them to my team and I put them on salary. So I do that because I realize that the skill sets, they may not have it initially, just have the passion and they're really hungry and they're really excited, really want to do this, but they just don't have the knowledge base. Now, they may have the knowledge base in terms of I've learned, I've done the certification, but the hands-on nitty-gritty business running locally here in Nigeria, they may not have that yet. You know, how to send invoices, how to follow up with customers, what happens when a customer is trying to be funny, do I collect my money before or after the service, all of those kinds. So I get them, I drill them for 6 to 10 months. Then the ones that are the most committed and are most consistent, I absorb them into my team.
Yeah, so I think it makes sense actually looking the internship way, interns, to help you with your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so talking about the stay-at-home mom's business, at what point do I start paying tax and other duties that I have to pay as a business in Nigeria?
So the minute you register your business, you also need to have a tax number. Okay. So, and it's really, really crucial because in Nigeria, many of us don't pay tax, but your business is taxable. Now, if your business is not a limited liability company, your tax, of course, will be paid. It's different. Now, sincerely, I have someone that I delegate to do that. I have a lawyer on my team. I have a tax person on my team. I sincerely don't even know so much about it. All I know is that every month I remit my tax based on the numbers that we did. Yeah, but after, and I think we did that after the first year. So we did have the TIN number. As we registered the business, we also got the TIN. But we didn't start remitting tax until after the first year. Yeah. Okay.
So it was just important to point out that because you're a stay-at-home business, doesn't mean you don't pay tax.
The only difference is that you don't have like a shop. So all those radio tax, all those local government taxes, I think you will not be paying.
Okay.
But the normal internal revenue tax, FIRS, you will definitely pay that one.
We will go on a short break now. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. This is still Ladies Talking Business with our guest, Padebi Ojomo. So let's talk about the social media bit, which I know is your thing. So how can my home-based business leverage on social media? So, and by home-based business now, imagine it being, it could be anything. So it could be baking, it could be having a crash, it could be online teaching or whatever it is. How can I leverage social media for my advantage?
So you need to bear in mind that majority of the people that will keep you in business in terms of customers are people that don't know you at all. They don't know you yet. And the question is, where are you going to find these persons? Social media. So social media cuts across WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. Of course, there's also LinkedIn, YouTube, and the rest. But if you have a small business, your business, and especially when your business is B2C, business to consumer, not B2B, then you have majority of your customers on Facebook and Instagram. So I will say, of course, create an Instagram page, an Instagram business page, create a Facebook business page as well, and start posting relevant content that would serve, that would capture the attention of your prospective buyers, so that when you finally grab their attention, you can now sell them into your program. Of course, you need to have a strategy, an entire strategy around this. It's not just about posting content. You know, what kind of content do you want to post? The video, is it reels? Is it text? You know, is it you talking? Is it showing them what you're making?
So from your experience so far, which works best?
I would say a combination of all three, but videos always get more love. Videos always get more love because these days people don't like to read. You know, you can pass a message across with video a lot faster than with written text. So I would say videos. I want to teach how to do X, Y, Z. I can say here, we do A, B, C, and then I pass the message across. And I could show you how to do it as well with a video. But with a text, people will be a lot distracted. And let's bear in mind that because Instagram is just scroll, thumb, it needs to be attention grabbing. So if it's not attention grabbing in the first 3 seconds, then people are just going to move on to the next. And once they move on to the next, they're not coming back.
So attention, how can I grab people's attention on social media for my videos?
2 things. 1, ask a question. Then start with the word you. You want to make sure the word you is in the first question, your first phrase. So are you a stay-at-home mom? Or do you struggle with acne? Or if you are like Kafaya that just had a baby and wants to get back to work, there are a few things you can do. So you want to make sure it's ask a question, has you, and addresses the pain points of your target market immediately. So it pretty much just calls them out like, hey, and they pay attention to it. And then, of course, at the end, you also want to add a call to action. What do you want them to do after watching that video? Do you want them to share with your friends? Do you want them to send you a DM? Do you want them to just double tap, comment below, share in their stories? Whatever it is you want them to do, you need to tell them on that particular post.
Amazing. Wow. Well, we've just gotten something free from the social media guru herself on how you can, grab the attention of people. But I know there's more, Padebi. You need to tell me more.
Oh yeah.
What
So,
else?
and I like to talk a bit about strategy when it comes to social media marketing, because what people see on the outside is tactical. It's like a cake. Good. A cake may have a very pretty wrapper on the outside, but it has got nothing to do with the taste on the inside.
I agree.
So what drives your marketing on social media? It's not just the pretty pictures or the pretty videos. It's way beyond that. What is the goal? So say you have a French coaching program you are launching, say in maybe middle of November, and you want to build some form of momentum for people to sign up for that program. Maybe it's an online course or something. It means that you need to start answering questions of your target market. So who is your target market? People that want to jackpot to Canada, for example, number one. People that want to maybe get promoted at their place of work. People that want to maybe become translators, or they want to exactly, maybe they work with a bilingual organization. So you want to make sure that you have identified the needs, first of all, of your target market, and start putting out content that answers the questions on their mind, the questions that they are asking. And truthfully, you can actually find these questions on Google. When you go to Google, there's this particular tool that will bring out the question. You put just one keyword, and it brings about 250 questions people are asking around that keyword. So put out learning the French language. You see questions like, how many months do I need to learn the French language before I relocate to Canada? How do I pass the TEF exam? So once you get these questions, all you need to do is just start answering them. And as you're answering, don't say answer and tell them, thank you, God bless you. Tell them, in 6 weeks, I'm launching this course. If you want to know more, send me a DM. If you want to know more, read more about it here. If you want to know more, join the waiting list. So before your program launches, you build some momentum. You've gotten people that are already showing interest. If they are interested in answering the free questions, it means that they definitely will be interested in buying the paid program.
That's a wonderful strategy. Can you give us one more strategy before we go?
Okay, let's talk about a non-online business. Online. Let's say you have a store.
Okay.
And maybe you sell. I'm trying to see, maybe fashion items.
Yeah. So maybe you have a boutique.
Good. So fashion. I think fashion is really good because fashion cuts across hair and the rest of it. So if something you want to identify who your target market is. Now, for many persons, I know they kind of sell a mix of things, maybe shoes, bag, adults. But bear in mind that even for children, when you send children's schools, the customer is the parents, even though the consumer are the children. Good. So if you want to put out, okay, so towards the end of the year, for example, you have your best. Lots of people always buy new clothes and do stuff. You want to start creating content around that. Here's how you could save money off your next shopping. Oh, here's 5% coupon off our. Did you know that if you buy 3 dresses, you could actually get one half price? Did you also know that if you need to maybe wash your dry laces, you could throw in some salt to make the color white? I just made that up actually. But pretty much ask the biggest answer the biggest questions that people are asking. As long as what you are selling is saving people time, saving them money, making them look better or live longer, they will always buy. And that's like a rule of thumb, right? Everybody wants to look better. Everybody wants to have slimmer waist, bigger hips. Everybody wants to live longer. Everybody wants to make more money. So once you can phrase your business into any of these one of these 4 categories, they will always buy. So if you're in a fashion business, people don't want to spend money on fashion. But when you tell them they are saving money, you're hearing save. You know low-key that you're not saving nada. But because people buy emotionally, once they hear save, they will jump on it. Yes.
Thank you very much, Padebi, and thanks for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Wish you the very best. I mean, I've learned a thing or two about running a business on social media. So thanks for watching this episode of Ladies Talking Business with our guest, Padebi Ojomo. Do join us the same time next week for another episode. Don't forget to follow us on PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle on YouTube to catch up with our programs. I'm Moremi Akano. Bye for now.